talk of Christmas here at Cityline, and today we're going to give you a bit of a window into our worlds. We're talking all about Christmas traditions. Please welcome my girls. We got Leanna Lair-Perot, Shona Johnson, Santa Katana. Come on in here. And our lovely living room set, okay? So we're going to start with your tradition because you're dressed for it right now.
I'm so excited.
You look so cuddly and snuggly, which is what I think of when I think of Christmas.
Of Christmas.
You know, comfiness.
Right, and you've got your comfy little robe to
love
tuck
it.
on, which is great. My absolute favorite thing about Christmas is Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Okay,
And
that's your big day.
It's my big day, and I think it's just because it's dark out. You're waiting, you know, looking out the window as a little kid, waiting for Santa to go by.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree's all twinkly, extra twinkly at night. And I have a lot of traditions. I was an only child, so my parents instilled a lot of really great traditions with me. So Christmas was a big deal regardless. I was also the only grandchild, go figure.
Oh my
So
God.
I got spoiled.
You're spoiled. That explains a lot.
But you know what? It's funny. Outside of all the stuff, it's all of the things that I remember most that I love doing. So
Okay.
one of them was, of course, getting my annual Christmas jammies.
Christmas jammies,
And
the
I couldn't wait to get them. It was a thing for me. Would they have polar bears? Would they have penguins? Would they have snowflakes? Like, it really became a thing. So I'd get my jammies on.
Yes.
My mom and dad would make hot chocolate.
There
so we've
you
got
are,
some. Oh, that's me. With a little devious look on my face. My
You
mom and dad
haven't
would make
changed.
hot chocolate, and then we'd put out the cookies for Santa.
Nice.
And the one thing that was an absolute must, it was never Christmas Eve for me unless I was watching White Christmas.
Oh, that was
just
your
is something
haunting
about
movie.
being in the background, singing, and, you know, pretending to be the girls in the pretty dresses. That was a big thing for me. But they also instilled a couple of other really great things. One for me was that every single Christmas Eve, I got to dive under the tree and pick one gift to open.
This is
right?
the best tradition ever.
is.
So we
It
used
is.
to do
Great
this too,
tradition.
and it would
Right.
always be a gift from a particular neighbor who we knew the gift wasn't going to be good,
Oh.
but that was okay. But that was okay. Yes, Simone and I every year we picked that neighbor to open that gift.
Well,
But they worked their crummy gift.
We didn't
worked in
care.
your tradition,
Yes,
so they
no,
worked.
we loved it. We loved the crummy
taking
gift.
them
The
now.
crummy gift every Christmas Eve. It was
And we
great.
were always directed to the pajamas. We weren't.
Yes,
that's what I did with
It
my
would
kids.
become very visible,
Yeah.
so that by Christmas morning we all look picture perfect,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Well, I
For
used
sure.
to like agonize and like be under the tree, and I would like meticulously take time like listening because I really wanted to open a good present. And my mom got smart. She would like actually wrap toys in socks, like packages of socks. So I'd feel and I'd be like, ah, put that to the side. And it would be the worst if you open a package and it was socks. Like, you just you feel like you're really starting the whole holiday on a low, but it can only go up from there. So that was one of my absolute favorite things. So I actually do that with my kids now.
Yeah.
I love having them pick something. But I've started something new this year, and I actually found this online, so I can't take credit for it at all.
Okay.
But I love the idea of advent calendars. We talked about them a lot, various times on the show in some unique ways. This was kind of a fun idea that I found. And although we're into December now, you don't have to do it Advent, but you take some Christmas books that you already own, whether it's for the entire month, the 24 books, or a countdown. So we've got 12 More Sleeps. So these can be ones you already own. You can pick them up used from bookstores, ones that have been given in the family. My kids get Christmas books every year. You can open this one if you want.
Oh, I can open it?
That's One More Sleep. That would be my Christmas Eve
Oh my
book.
gosh! I get so excited. It doesn't matter. There could be nothing in here actually, and I get excited to open the gift.
Well, so the idea would be that every night leading up to Christmas, you crawl into bed with the kiddies and you
this is
read a
great.
Christmas book with them, and that's how
would
you
be
can do
great.
the
Yeah,
countdown.
love that.
The night before Christmas.
That was my actual book. If you looked at the published date, it was published the year I was born, which we don't need to talk about.
It was published in 2001.
Exactly. And this was part of the tradition as well. After we go jammies, hot chocolate, white Christmas, hanging stockings, the book. It was all about this book, which
That
I
is a
absolutely
good day,
loved.
and I
It
like the
is.
idea of like a book advent calendar. My neighbor is doing that right now.
Yeah,
with her kids, and
I think it's the
fabulous.
best idea. So we're in the middle of December now. Just do the more sleeps, 5 more sleeps, the countdown, and the kids can get ecstatic about it. And every night, encouraging reading, and
Yes.
it's a
Very cute.
tradition.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, here's what I want to know for the Christmas jammies situation.
Yeah.
Do you just leave out the Christmas jammies the Christmas Eve, or do you open that on Christmas Eve? Your kids
Did,
open that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so that's what I do as well. What do you do with your kids?
My parents would give them to me.
Oh, you just get
when I was a
given.
kid, and I give them to the kids.
Okay.
That's part of, they
Oh,
know
you
what
You
they're
have to
getting.
open them.
I wanna
You
open
can't like
them.
make it
Yeah.
that it's not something to open.
Oh, well,
because
wait,
part of
it
you
makes
just
me
love
fail. I
opening
feel
the
like a big
books.
fail.
Yeah.
I'm a giant big fail now. So this year,
One thing I always remember about Christmas, it's the stockings.
Oh, my favorite part too.
It's a really big deal. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have a picture of me and my sister Christmas. I don't know why we look like orphans in this shot. I'm wearing threadbare pajamas. I couldn't be grinning any harder.
So cute.
I'm so happy. They're probably hand-me-downs like 4 times over from my cousins that I'm wearing. But the bottom line is we're all sitting in the living room, and that was the room we pretty much only used on Christmas.
Yeah, totally.
You know, like the
Yeah.
split-level houses, and you walk down like 3 stairs and walk up 3 stairs, and there's your living room. So there's like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree there with our,
those are the
you know,
best.
our ornaments from Sunday school. But before we get to the tree, our stocking used to actually be on our beds.
Oh, nice.
I love
So
it.
this was very smart on my parents' part because they used to go to a rockin' party every Christmas Eve.
Oh, and you'd stay
My
in
uncle
bed.
had a party only for grown-ups. So what my parents did is they put the stockings at the bottom of our bed, so we're amused in our room.
Oh my
So they
gosh,
can
that is
sleep
brilliant.
longer. You see what's going on there?
You just changed the lives of a million parents out there.
We didn't even leave our room for hours.
That's perfect.
But it can be really tough to figure out what to put into a stocking. And I know, Sandy, you guys go through a lot of grief picking out the right things to put in that stocking.
Well, it's just mounted. It just becomes something. We actually wrap everything that goes in the stocking. Everybody gets a
love
different color of
that.
tissue paper.
Oh my
so
gosh.
and they get it positioned on their own chair. So, you know, because it spills out, but the stockings in our house take about 3 hours to open. It's more important than what's under the tree. And
I
everybody
agree, I
watches
agree.
Yeah.
everybody open and go through it painstaking. But I just think we
Wow.
built this into something crazy because it's one thing when kids are little
Yeah.
and you can come up with all those cute little toys, but as you get older, like
You're harder to shop
it's
for.
either
So
junk that they never really need and use and you just waste money. So it's finding that medium.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
I showed last year on the show. My husband, it's our tradition now that one year he filled my stocking with deer whistles from the dollar store. For my car. So now we just pass them back and forth every year. But yeah, what do you get someone?
What do you
Deer
do?
whistle.
I don't
One year, my husband and I just did stockings. So we could
that's
really have
it.
fun
Oh,
with it.
yeah,
We didn't
that's
do
a
big
great
gifts. We
idea.
just filled stockings
Are they
for each other.
huge?
No, they're normal.
Okay.
But
then
did he tuck something special in there?
Well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's sweet.
But the intention, like we just did the stockings because it's fun opening all those lots of little things.
Oh,
and,
yes.
and there was
sure.
5 kids in my family, and so when we woke up in the morning, there were all the stockings lined up on the stone hearth, you know, and it was the best.
That's
it was so
awesome.
great.
Okay,
Yes.
we don't have a lot of time, but quickly, if you do want a quick stocking stuffer under $20, what do you suggest?
Okay, my
Shona?
suggestion are these amazing vintage-inspired games from Indigo, and they're all under $20. There's
Great looking.
marbles, there's tumblers, there's dominoes, there's chess, and I just think these are amazing. And they're all under $20, and they
Those
come
are
in these beautiful
awesome.
boxes.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
great.
My kids would be
those.
all over that
For
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and they're really affordable. So any of these would be great.
Okay, good stuff. And go ahead.
Okay,
Sandy.
because I love cooking.
Yes.
So somebody gave me one of these ones, and I think it's so great. This is from President's Choice, and it's an iron skittle, and in it there's a thing to make a chocolate chip cookie. You just have to add a very few ingredients,
I like
and
it.
then you serve it warm out of the oven in the skillet
yeah.
with a dollop of ice cream. And by the way, if you have right? You know